Let's see. Please work, please work, please work. It worked. Okay. Hey guys, so right now we're live on both YouTube and on Facebook. Welcome everyone. Here today we're going to be talking about our summer keto takeover challenge. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about a little bit about keto and just what keto is, and then go into kind of what we do in our challenge and how we make it work, right? So that we keep folks accountable to this journey and that folks can get healthy together. In our previous challenges, folks have lost anywhere between like 10 to 12. I think 13 or 15% of weight loss was the highest we've hit, but that can be anything from 30 pounds to 20 pounds, in these 4 weeks. So this is really, really important. It's been a great challenge for folks, and it's helping to keep folks accountable. So first, let's talk about keto, right? What is keto? Keto is essentially what the body, a state, actually ketosis, a state that the body goes into when we deplete our bodies of carbohydrates and glycogen storage. It completely depletes of our glycogen storage, and our body goes into ketosis, which is basically fat burning. Our body uses fat as energy, and that is what ketosis is. The reason why it works well is because we have stored fat and we're eating dietary fats, and so our body gets so used to burning fat that everything that we do becomes basically fat burning, right? While we're sleeping, we're burning fat. All day long, we're burning fat. And then when we add exercise on top of that, we're burning fat due to, we're burning even more fat, basically. It's like double burn. So that's why folks are able to lose 20 and 30 pounds and even more sometimes in 1 month's time. So that's kind of what keto is, right? So how do we do keto? And why is, the way that Ilika does keto different? Well, the way I do it is different because I do a clean keto, right? And that's the kind of keto that I teach. I teach folks to eat a healthy keto. So we're not sitting there with, eating a ton of bacon and cheese. Mind you, we do eat some bacon and we do eat cheese for sure, right? But the recipes in our meal plan is not a ton of like fatty meats. What distinguishes us is we try and get our fats a lot of times from oils and things like that, as opposed to getting a ton of fat from meats. We still get some fats from meat, but we get a lot of it from oil. So oils and avocados and just natural healthy fats, right? Because we want our bodies to stay healthy and continue to be healthy, because we've all known those people who were like, they went on keto and their cholesterol increased, right? That's not us. That's not our lives, right? That's not what we do. And the reason is because the way we do keto as a clean keto. So what we're doing is we're not only are we burning fat, but we're eating healthier fats. So cholesterol doesn't become an issue. Cholesterol issues don't become an issue. Also, blood pressure does not become an issue here, like high blood pressure and stuff like that. And diabetes. All those different things are things that we end up combating with the way that we do keto. So that's what I wanted to mention first. Now let's talk about how this challenge works, because this video is mainly for the folks in the challenge and anyone who wants to join the challenge, right? So I do challenges every month, and it's really a group coaching session / challenge, right? And it's for anybody who really wants to learn keto, like they've heard about it, they've read a little bit about it, but don't really know what they're doing, right? It's for those folks. Hi, Nikki. And it's also for folks who have been doing keto for a while and just kind of need some accountability. Like they go on and off keto and it's like, I was doing it and I lost 10 pounds and then I stopped and I gained back and, whatever, that needs some additional accountability. This group is perfect for you. So this is what we do, right? In this challenge or group coaching session, not only you'll receive an education on keto, right? I have an ebook that you'll receive that gives you how keto works, why it works, and then provides kind of how to start your keto journey, right? If you're new to keto. In addition to that, I have a video that does the same thing, right? Because what I realized is not everybody likes to read. So I gave it in a video as well as providing it in a book, right? So you get both of those. In addition to that, you get 4 weeks of meal plans, right? So it looks a little something like this. we start with tips, right? I tell you how to start your week, what the different things that you're going to need to do, different things you're going to want to eat, different things that you're going to want to just keep in mind as you're going, right? So it's kind of tips and tricks, for each week as you start, right? So that's what we get. And then in addition to that, you're getting 4 weeks of meal plans. So this is just 1 week, and you're going to get breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 2 snacks, right? And so it's telling you, different things you're going to eat. With each of these meal plans with this meal plan comes a recipe book. So you're going to get all the recipes for the foods in this meal plan, right? So that's what you get with this challenge, is those 4 weeks, and that's for 4 weeks. Each week you'll get that the tips, right? And each week you'll get a new meal plan and also a grocery list that goes along with it. So all these things come with the challenge, right? And you can choose to use this, or you can choose to be creative and go it alone and say, or go it on your own in terms of, your meals, and say, hey, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to do my meal plan. I'm going to fix my own meals. I'm going to try this new recipe that I found on Pinterest, whatever, right? You can still do that and be in the challenge. But I just wanted to provide you guys with something that you can do just in case you need it, So there's that. And so when you start your challenge, the best thing to do is, go to the link that I send you guys. I sent you guys, the folks who are in the challenge, I sent you, you'll have available a link that shows you, hey, here's all the materials for the challenge, and start and download week 1, right? The week 1 meal plan. And it's going to show you everything that you need, and you're going to have your tips. Read through the tips every week, so that you know exactly what you need to do. And then get in that Facebook group, right? Because we have a private Facebook group for our challenge. Make sure you're asking questions in the Facebook group. That's going to come up every time, right? We're going to always have, we've got a great Facebook group where you can ask questions. There's tons of support. Folks will respond to your questions, and I respond to your questions. I'm very active in the Facebook group. Like, what we found is I haven't been doing as many YouTube videos during the challenges. I get them all done in between the challenges. And the reason is because during the challenge, I'm very focused on the challenge. Like I said, I don't see this as just a challenge. It's a group coaching session, right? It's group coaching. So I want to make sure that you're successful. And it's accountability, right? So talking to accountability, we have weekly weigh-ins, right? Every week on Monday, you can weigh in. And actually what I do is I post the link on the Sunday before, so that you can choose to weigh in that night or that morning or whatever time you'd like to weigh in. Our first weigh-in for this challenge is going to be June 24th. That's our first weigh-in. And the last weigh-in, or weigh out, I guess, is going to be July 22nd. So if someone is on YouTube and looking to join this challenge, you still have time to join. And you'll still get all your materials, and you're still not going to be behind. You'll also get macros, right? Your personalized macros. So what I do is I personalize your macros based on your height, weight, age, body fat percentage, and activity level. So I sent each person who's in the challenge, and if anybody who wants to join challenge, I send you a link, right? It's the registration for the challenge. When you fill out the registration for the challenge, that gives me all the information that I need. And it's, it takes 3 minutes to fill out the registration, right? But it's going to give me all the information that I need to get you to personalize your macros for you. And so you'll be receiving your macros this week. So it'll be before Sunday, each person will receive their macros as long as you've submitted by Friday night. So if you've submitted by Friday night, you'll get your macros before Sunday or by Sunday. And then you're ready to start with your meal plans, right? Starting with your tips, right? And then on to the actual meal plan. And for anyone who has been in the challenge previously, this is a new meal plan this month, right? So it's not going to be the meal plan from last month. So it's a brand new meal plan, brand new grocery list, brand new recipes. So you'll have a lot of differences, right? We use some of the old recipes. I know everyone loves the buffalo chicken dip, right? So that's still in there. Don't worry, you didn't lose your buffalo chicken dip. But there is, there's a bunch of other different recipes that, I've been trying as I go, because during the challenges, I just tried different recipes so I can start building up kind of additional recipes and additional meal plans for future challenges. So that's what we did. In addition, during the challenge, I'm big on exercise, right? And so I promote working out. I'm passionate about it now, which is still crazy for me to believe and know. And so one of the things that I do is I created a weekly workout plan, right? So in this workout plan, you'll get instructions, and this comes with the challenge. You'll get instructions on what to do each week for the challenge or for your workouts, a full schedule, what to do when, right? And this is all in your challenge materials, remember. And then you also get the actual workout. So it's going to be a link to the YouTube video, as well as kind of here's the different exercises to do, right? So that's what you're going to get. And you can choose, I mean, you can do the different exercises as they go, right? The cool thing about it though is, so this is the one from the previous challenge. Again, I taped a few more workouts. And so by Sunday, you guys are gonna have a brand new set of workouts. I'm editing the videos kind of as we speak, right? Not right now because I'm talking to you guys, but when I finish, I'll go back to editing the videos. But we've got several different arms workout, legs workouts, you know, different workouts to meet that schedule, cardio workouts. So we're continuing to push forward, right? So I got the dates, I got the macros, I talked about what's in the challenge. The other thing that we do in the challenge, just to keep folks going, because not everyone gets a chance to exercise every day, right? You might not have the time. So during the challenge, I tend to provide short, quick exercises, right? So I'll just pop something up there and say, hey, you could do these 4 exercises today and do them in rotations, just to provide you something extra that you can do quick if you don't have the time to really get it in that day, right? You do it early in the morning. And then we also do weekly fitness challenges, right? So so for these challenges, we've got each week I post a different fitness challenge. It might be planks, it might be something different, but every day it's going to increase on what we're doing for that fitness challenge. So it's just something else to kind of keep you motivated to keep going, right? And then of course we have our weekly lives. So we have weekly lives just for the folks in the challenge. And so it's an unlisted video, only the folks in the challenge will see it, and I'll answer all your questions right on the spot. And in addition to that, of course, we have our private Facebook group where there's tons of support. So that's kind of what we're getting in the challenge. And then I've talked a little bit about how the challenge works. In addition, the folks who are in the challenge, you get a link. I put together a 5-minute video for you guys to just, again, go into more detail about the materials in the challenge and how they work and what you should be doing each week or for that week or to start things off and things like that, right? You know, it's just really important. And also, like, for folks who don't, you know, aren't really into joining groups and being about that, I also have my my Ultimate Keto Starter Kit, right? And it's also got 4-week meal plan, workout plan, all that stuff. But it also has a weekly guide for folks. Like each week there's a short video telling you what to do, how to do it, and how it works. So that's also, and you can find that on my website too. Figuring out the macros has been challenging. I'm sorry, I'm reading the question. Do you have to cook different meals every day? So the way I've done it with the meal plans is I make the meals big enough to where you can do it too. This is the way I put the recipes together. You make the meals big enough to where it's like 4 or 5 servings. So then you can choose to eat that the rest of the week or eat something similar, because you can also swap out things, right? So let's say we've got a meal in here. That's not even a meal plan. Let's say we've got a meal in here that has chicken, right? And you hate chicken, you don't eat chicken, right? So let's say the buffalo chicken dip. And you hate chicken, or you just didn't like the buffalo dip, which I think you're crazy if you don't, because everybody likes that buffalo dip. But let's say you didn't like the buffalo dip. Then you can swap it out for pizza in a bowl or, you know, something else that we have in our challenge. Another recipe, you know, from our recipe book that makes sense for you, right? That you like better. So you don't have to cook every day. You can also make meals big enough. If you're someone who's like, you know what, I'm not about being creative. I don't want to cook all the time. Then you could literally cook one massive meal on Sunday and eat that throughout the week, right? For lunch and dinner. I mean, I've done that before where I'll make, and anybody that follows me on Instagram has seen this. I'll make a big, huge thing of chicken, right? Like a big thing. And then the rest of the week, I might chop that chicken up into a salad. I might make a chicken salad using like mayonnaise and stuff, which I have to tape that because it's so good. And it's really it's keto friendly. It's perfect actually for keto because it's high in fat and good protein. Anyway, or you can use it for the buffalo dip. I've used that for the buffalo dip. Like there's so many different things. I've even used it for pizza in a bowl. Like, because you don't have to use ground turkey for pizza in a bowl. So I've used that chicken I've cut up and I'll just use it for pizza in a bowl. So I usually make one big thing of meat at the beginning of the week, and I'll use that for the rest of the week for different meals, or, sometimes I'll just have the same meal every day just because I don't feel like doing a whole bunch, and also, for the kids, like I don't make two meals. Like a lot of people make two meals. The way that I did this meal plan, these are meals that you don't have to make two meals, right? So the foods that we eat here are foods that my family eats. Like I have 4 kids. I'm not about to be sitting there making 5 and 6 different meals because everybody likes something different. You're going to eat what I make. So they aren't necessarily keto, right? So what I'll do is, let's say on a day where I have made the salmon dish, right? Salmon and asparagus, right? I might, if they do want rice, I might make them some rice in addition to that, right? With that. And I'll just eat the salmon and asparagus, and they'll eat the salmon, asparagus, and rice. So I'm not making multiple meals. I'm making one meal and going with it. Do you do more lazy keto? I used to, actually, no, I've always done lazy keto. I track at the beginning, right? And I talk about this all the time. So the folks in the challenge know this as well. I tracked at the beginning. At the beginning, I was heavy with the tracking, right? And then after a while, I kind of understood what I needed to do. So I didn't need to track as much. But it's smart to track at the beginning so that you understand what you're doing. Because a lot of times folks would be like, well, I'm keto, and I just don't eat carbs, right? So they don't know how much they're actually eating. So they might be eating an excessive amount of calories. And then they're like, I did keto for 3 months and I didn't lose any weight, or I only lost 5 pounds. Well, do you know how many calories you were eating? Like, do you know how much fat you were eating and how much, protein and things like that you were eating? Do you even know how many carbs you were eating? But my version of lazy keto is just really counting carbs, right? So I wouldn't necessarily count fats and proteins. I always knew I was getting enough protein because I do my green. I always know I'm getting enough protein because I do my green shake most days, honestly, especially if I'm working out, I definitely do it. And so that gives me probably 30 to 50 grams of protein right there. And then, throughout the day, I'll eat some meat, I'll eat different things, but I'm always keeping an eye on my carbs. So that's what I count more than anything, is my carbs. Hey, you look great. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. But yeah, that's what I count, my carbs. Hey, T, I just saw you on there. So we were talking about the challenge. So for the folks in the challenge, what questions do you guys have? Let's keep this going. We've got 41 people, I think, in the challenge right now, which is awesome. Anyone who's seeing this video and is already in the challenge, I need to make sure you guys fill out the registration form, right? Because again, that's how you're going to get your macros. That's huge. It's so important. Oh, Tawana said I'm sold. Join. Yeah. I'll send you, right here, I'll post the website. So it's lifehealthnow.com. And you go to that and you'll be able to join if you'd like. Trina says, thank you. I follow you and love your videos. Oh, that's so sweet. I count carbs also. I need info on the challenge. I don't catch up often enough. So if you go right to my website, lifehealthnow.com. Oh, you saw it. All right. So thank you so much. I love when people follow. I'm always so excited and honestly shocked when I find out that people follow me on YouTube, because I'm like, somebody actually is listening to what I'm saying. That's awesome. Any fitness gurus this time around? T, you are hilarious. No, we don't have, no, yes, we still do. We still do have one still in the challenge, but she said that she's no longer a fitness guru. But yeah. So in our challenge, we do have folks who are experienced with keto or experienced with just fitness in general, right? So they might even be instructors, right? And so people are just, they're heavy into exercise like me. So they're working out really hard. And we got a lot of folks who are working out hard. But then folks are like, well, I only walk every day. Do I have a chance? Yeah, you do. I talk about this all the time. My mom, she lost 40 pounds in, I think it was 2 or 3 months time. And all she did was walk. And it wasn't like she was like, high stepping it. Like she was mall walking with her friends. So it is, so it's not tough to, so you can still lose the weight As long as you're staying with your macros and stuff, you're still going to lose, you will still lose weight, even if you aren't working out as hard as some other folks are. Um, and when we think about it, it's all about getting healthy, right? We talk about how we want to, you want to win the challenge, right? Yeah, I want some money because, oh, I didn't even talk about that. Duh. It is a challenge. So there is an opportunity to win money. Oh my gosh, I'm so ridiculous. Yeah, everyone, you can win money. There's an opportunity to win money, right? It's a first, second, and third place prize. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But honestly, some people are there just for that. Like they're like, I'm going hard. I'm making sure I win this money, right? Others are like, you know what? I just want to get healthy. And I know keto is the way to do it for me. So they're just trying to understand keto, and then they're working to stay accountable. And then they're losing 5 or 10 or 15 pounds a month, whatever amount they're losing each month. They're just doing it gradually because they want to make this a lifestyle. And that is hugely important. And that's amazing, right? Because it's not even about winning. I mean, it's nice to win. Don't get me wrong. It's like, first place gets half of the pot. Second place gets 35% of the pot. Third place gets 15% of the pot. So, I mean, it is nice to win that money. Like last time the pot was $800 or something like that. So it was really nice, right? Those people who walked away with that money were excited. But they were also excited about the fact that they lost 30 pounds or whatever it was, right? Because, I mean, that is a lot of weight to lose. That you're getting healthy. Like, that's a huge change. Like, if you think about it, 30 pounds of weight loss is the difference between being squished in the seat in the airplane and being able to have a little extra room, right? It's the difference between your knees hurting and cracking all the time, you can barely do a squat, and actually being able to get down into a squat. Like, it's a huge difference because every pound on your knees is equal to 5 pounds. I'm sorry, every pound on your body is equal to 5 pounds on your knees. So if you are, let's say you're 30 pounds overweight, that's like an additional 150 pounds on your knees. And so, I mean, that is a huge difference. I can notice changes in my knees just from a 10-pound weight loss, because it's like taking 50 pounds off of my knees. So it is really, really, it's essential, right? And then also just the focus. Honestly, I'm able to do so much more when I'm in ketosis than I am when I'm not. So if I fall out of ketosis because, I had too much wine or something, or decided that, I was going to take a keto break because we were going to Jamaica, right? When I'm out of ketosis, I start getting pain, and I'm in pain again. My knees start hurting. My shoulder starts hurting. I find myself in pain again. So I'm like, I really need to get it together. You are hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to read some of the questions on the thing. Alika, you never answered my question. Is my registration okay? I'll check it today. I didn't get a chance to check it yesterday. But I believe it is, because, I mean, if you did the same thing as you did last time and it went through last time, I might have a chance if I see my mouth. If I sew my mouth. You have been doing amazing, Hua. You did really great. So stop. You look so pretty and I'm not kissing up. Oh, thank you. That's hilarious. Hi, Latasha. Y'all are so funny. So again, like I mentioned earlier, I'm on the Facebook group, and I'm also on YouTube right now. Tawana says, I had a cousin named Tawana. Yes, I will join. I've been trying to do keto since December. Lost 30 pounds, gained 15 back. I believe knowing macros is key. Yeah, knowing macros is definitely a big part of it, and doing it to the macros. It helps you to sustain, somebody mentioned lazy keto before, and doing lazy keto definitely does work. But a lot of times doing a strict keto works faster, because you know exactly what your aim is, right? You know what you're supposed to be doing. Whereas lazy keto, if you're just counting carbs, sometimes you might go over a little in your fat, over a little bit in your protein, unless you decided that in my lazy keto, I'm going to be extremely strict and I'm only going to eat these 3 things every day. And this is exactly how I'm going to eat. And so you almost know what you're doing that whole time. That's the way to go, right? Oh my goodness. Help. How do I start keto? How do I start keto? I'm getting 2 questions at the same time. How do I start keto? I have no idea about it. Oh gosh, I can barely see. It has so much different ways. How will I know the right one? So yeah, there are multiple different types of keto, and there's different ways to do keto. Um, One of the ways is some people do like a higher protein, moderate fat keto, and that one actually does promote kind of lean muscle and things like that. Another keto is high fat and and moderate protein, and so that's when most people, that's when you're always hearing about. Um, but and both work really well, but your macros are key, honestly, in both of them. As long as you know your macros and understand how they're created and how that works, you're golden, right? Let me see. Oh, thank you, Miss Kanky Curl. Oh, Miss Kanky Curly, I might need to check your channel because I need some hair advice. Um, so my knees make noise. Yes. So if your knees make noise, thank you so much for the super chat. That is awesome. I don't get that often, so I love when people do that. Thank you. Um, but yeah, my knees used to make noise a lot, and it was bad, to where like every time I got up, you could hear it, right? And my back used to do it too. It doesn't do it anymore when I'm in ketosis, because what it is our knees and stuff are making noise. It has to do with arthritis, and it has to do um, with inflammation, right? And so if our body is inflamed, we get all those cracks and we get all that pain. Now, when you're in ketosis, your body is not nearly as inflamed, right? You don't have it reduces inflammation basically. So therefore, in reducing inflammation, it reduces the pain. And so that's why when I talk about how my knees don't hurt anymore, like it's part of that. It's being in ketosis and not having inflammation. And so what happens, what's funny is, and crazy and stupid, honestly, on my part, is when I go out of ketosis, I feel the pain immediately. And I'm like, darn, was that brownie or whatever it was I had worth this, And one brownie doesn't usually take me out of ketosis, but we all know that I struggle with eating just one brownie. That's why I try and stay away from brownies. Um, I slipped a bit until I saw Nicole cute ass in the bikini. Yes, getting myself together. I'm telling you, they were killing it. And so we had a few folks this challenge who graduated, right? They'd been in a few challenges back to back and really, really smashed it. I mean, we're talking getting six packs, the whole bit, right? And it just inspired even more folks in the group to keep pushing and getting at it, because when you see folks who have been in a couple of challenges and you see their initial, like when they started their first challenge and then at the end of their second or third challenge, and you see that major transformation, like, why not me? And it can be you. Anyone can do this. Like, you've seen my before and after pictures. I had 4 kids and I had a full-time job at the time and married and all these million different things going on. And also I think I was even taking a class. Like, I mean, just ridiculous, right? Just doing too much, right? And that's when I lost the weight, was during that time. So there's no excuse around time. We can all do this. Like, anyone can do it. Let me see. I'm a vegetarian. What can I use for protein? So there's different. If you're a vegetarian, you can still eat eggs, right? So that's a good protein source. You can also do cheese. There's also you get a little protein in some of the like leafy green vegetables, but you'd have to modify your macros so that the way you do them is you can get some protein from different things like lentils and things like that if you're a vegetarian, but it's a little tougher. And then of course nuts and stuff. But it's a little tougher. You will likely go over it. Like, everyone talks about like, oh, standard 20 carbs, right? That's like the known thing. But everybody's macros are different, right? So 20 carbs might be perfect for you, right? For let's say Susie might need standard 20 carbs, and that might be perfect, right? For me, I might still stay in ketosis being under 40 carbs. Actually, I know that for a fact. Under 40 carbs, I stay in ketosis. When I go over that in a day, that's when I pop out of ketosis. So everyone's macros is different, and it's based on their personal needs and how their body works. So you find that over time. Like, the macros that I create is based on your information, right? But it's also based on a calorie deficit. So as you continue in ketosis and as you go into maintenance, you'll start seeing that you may be able to hit a few more carbs in there. I didn't follow the meal plan last challenge, but I will for this challenge. Well, it's a different meal plan, so you're gonna really you're gonna like it. It's some really good recipes. I mean, delicious. Okay, let me see. I like and share my channel is not hair. Oh, it's not hair. It's family vlog, but I can do tutorials. I just assumed it was hair because it says kinky curly. So I was like, oh, that must be hair. Um, let me see. Hello, Alika and everyone new here to your live. Thank you. Good seeing you, T. Um, is macros the amount of calories you should eat a day? So macros are carbs, fat, and protein that you're going to have each day, right? But those equate to a calorie number. So when I provide the macros to the folks in my challenge, it also provides a calorie number as well. And also on my website, you could just order macros. Like I could literally just provide macros for someone. That's one of the things, one of the services that I offer too. I'm just coming in. Will you calculate our macros? Oh, yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, I actually, as a part of the challenge, I calculate everyone's macros, right? So when you're in the challenge, you fill out your registration form, and I use that information to calculate your macros, and then you take your macros and you use the meal plan that's provided, right? And you tailor it to your macros. So you're going to get full meal plan. A full, for the full week, and recipes and things like that to go with it. And you tailor that to your macros so that you're hitting your macro goals every day. Can I have macros? So you can go to my website, and I always say that I offer lifehealthnow.com, that I offer, the way I look at it is you can get healthy on any budget, even no budget, because if you just scour YouTube constantly, eventually you can put enough information together and do enough research to find out how to do it, right? Or you can, get my book, right? And it'll tell you how to do it. Or you can get macros if you've done all the research. You can, order macros and do it. Or you can there's even some free macro calculators out there. Some are better than others. Let me see. So we can take off for hair this time. You're so ridiculous. So for hair, right? I would start with my hair in if I were you for the challenge. So I'm drinking my coffee. So for the challenge, if you start with braids and things like that, and then you end without braids, that might help you if it's all about winning, But again, I tell folks for the challenge, it's not all about the win, right? I mean, the win is nice to have, right? Because again, like I said, the pot was $800 last time. So let me go into that to win the challenge. So the way it works is there's three different prizes: first place, second place, third place. The first place prize is to the top. The first and second place prize goes to the two biggest losers, right? Percentage wise. So let's say you start at 300 pounds, right? And the first place winner loses 15%. That means they lost 50 pounds. If they started at 300, they lost 50 pounds. And let's say the second place winner loses 10%. Let's say they were also 300 pounds. That means they lost 30 pounds, right? That's 10% of body weight. So that would be the top two places, right? First and second place. The third place winner, and that's how the percentage that's how it works. It's percentage based, not weight loss. So let's say that there's someone else who weighs 400 pounds and they lost 50 pounds. Yeah. That would be, I just lost my whole calculation. That would be less. That would be, I think, 12.5%, right? I don't even know anymore. I think that's 12.5%. So they would be at 12.5% versus the person who won at 15%, losing 50 pounds. So you look at it that way. So 15% is higher than 12.5%. Therefore, that person that's 300 pounds and lost 50 pounds has a higher percentage of weight loss than the person that's 400 pounds and lost 50 pounds. So that's kind of how it goes. That's two prizes, right? So that's 50. So that's first two prizes are the biggest, highest percentage of weight loss. The third prize, it's about engagement. So that means someone who is, first of all, in order to win the engagement prize, you have to weigh in for every weigh-in each week, right? If you miss the weigh-in, you're disqualified from the engagement prize. And that's so important because it helps to keep you accountable. The weekly weigh-ins, the reason I do these is because it keeps folks accountable. Like when I tell you guys, I've done just about every weight loss thing in the world, like ever made, right? Because I've been on diet since I was 8 years old. So I've done everything from Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Nutrisystem, Ideal Protein. I can't even think, cabbage soup diet. There was some diet that we only ate eggs. I mean, all these different things my entire life, right? Throughout my life. There's another diet we had grapefruit all day. I don't even know. I've done so many diets, right? And also so many different programs. The challenge is 4 weeks. So what I do, the way that I created this challenge was based on just using tools that I've had picked up along the way from all the different weight loss programs that I've been in. So one of the things I thought was cool with Weight Watchers was that every week you had your weigh-in, right? They weighed you, and also you were supposed to document what you were eating, right, in your tracker. So I incorporated that in here, right? What I liked about Jenny Craig was there's a coach. Every person had a coach that kind of guided you along your path, your way. So I did that, right? I'm the coach for the group. And then with Weight Watchers, there was what was the other thing? Oh, there was a group concept, right? So you go to the meetings and you're in the group. So that's why we have our private Facebook group. And then with Nutrisystem, there was a meal plan, right? That you ordered these meals and every week you got these different foods. So I did that. With Ideal Protein, it was also a meal plan. With Weight Watchers, I think at the time, at one point they gave you, no, that was where I got that one. So the workout plan, I've worked out, forever, and I've had different trainers and so many different things. And I think that'd be great to put together a workout plan for everyone, or a workout plan that folks can just, they'll have a video to do, so you can follow it based on the video, or you can follow it based on just seeing it, right? Because I figure some people learn through watching a video, right? So you can go right with me and just, be doing the exercise, right? I don't know why this was the exercise, because none of the exercises look like that. But in my mind, I felt like that was helpful. So you can do that, follow it with the video, or you can literally read the information. So that's not the right one. So on there, it says, first exercise is, squats, it's 20 reps, or, whatever it is, right? So you can read what you're going to do, right? And so you can follow it right along with the paper if you want to do it like that. All the workouts in the challenge, you can do at home. Literally, like, you can either do them with, if you have dumbbells, you can do them at home with dumbbells, or if you don't have dumbbells, like, you can just do it without dumbbells, or you can grab like cans, water bottles, whatever it is, and just use those to keep it going, right? Because this is about getting healthy, and it's also about accountability, right? So that's the thing. For the folks in the challenge, we need to stay accountable, right? So make sure you're weighing in every week, right? Again, for the engagement prize, folks, you're telling others about what you're doing, right? You're posting it on your own personal social media, and you're posting it, and you're in the group talking about it, right? You're posting meals. If you'd like, you can post your workouts, or post the, selfie after your workout, right? Telling folks what you've done. Just it helps to keep you accountable. What I found is that when you're on Facebook, right, or anywhere, YouTube, Instagram, wherever, and you've done this whole before and after picture, or you're showing folks what you're doing in your journey, you tend to stay more accountable with it, because you're like, I don't want to be on here telling people that I'm doing all this stuff, and then I just fall off completely, So it really helps. What if you have bad knees? So if you have bad knees, you can still do the exercises. So that's a really great point. With all the exercises, all the workouts, it's a side by side. So when I say that, there's a modified side and an advanced or regular side. So we do both, because I started creating this because my mom wanted a workout plan to do, right? So I created a workout plan for her. And I was like, well, she's going to need the modified version. I was like, well, what if I put it on YouTube? Then I want folks to be able to do both. So that's how I did it. So now I just do all of them like that, where there's a modified side and an advanced side. So you have options, right? And then there's also, like, sometimes there doesn't need to be a modified side, because the modification might just be not having any weights, right? So you can just do it without weights, or you can hold the weights differently. So I show that in the videos too. But again, if you're not a video person, everything's written too, because I want to make sure that people learn in different ways. So I want to make sure that folks can see it in different ways. So anyways, the third prize is selected. Gosh, I am a chatter. I will go all over the place with it. The third prize is selected based on engagement, right? You got to weigh in every week. And then also, you get points for posting outside and inside of the group. And then it's a random selection based on that. So everybody goes into like a randomizer on, that I found on the internet, right? And I click, go or select or something like that, and it spits out the number, or it spits out a name, and that's how it's determined who wins. So, so folks who are on YouTube, I've posted my website, and you can also see the website in the description of this video or any of my videos. Go to my website. If you want to learn more about the challenge, more information is right in there, and sign up. I mean, get accountable. You're wanting to learn about how to do keto. You want to learn about, or you just have been doing keto and you need to stay accountable. This is for you. Like, this challenge is for everyone who's looking to do keto, right? It's going to get you started, and it's going to keep you accountable, right? And it's going to push you, and you have someone to ask questions to literally as needed. Like, you're asking questions in the Facebook group and we go for it. Folks respond, or I respond, or both. In addition, if you're not on Facebook, what I always tell folks is create like a little fake Facebook page, right? You use a nickname, like, I don't know, whatever nickname you want to use, right? You create your Facebook page and you only add me as your friend and join the group. And so now on your news feed for Facebook, all you see is the challenge stuff. So every time you go to Facebook, you'll see the stuff for the challenge, and now you're joining the challenge again, So it's like, so now it helps to continue to keep you accountable, and you're posting in the group. So you're posting your meals, you're posting your workouts, whatever you want to post, you're posting questions. Guys, I don't know what's happening. I'm really tired, whatever, right? And you're posting your question there, and we provide, responses, what might be happening, or the reason, or what you can do, what a solution might be, so we keep going, we keep kind of pushing each other through that. So I think that's it's been really successful. Like I said, folks are changing their lives with it. We had a few folks in the challenge that were like, everyone has seen that meme where it's like, well, the beach is going to get the body that I got this year, or I'm going to give the beach the body that I got, or something along those lines, right? Well, today or this week, they posted the beach got the body that we worked for, because they have been working hard two or maybe I think 3 challenges in a row. And we're seeing abs. I'm like, oh my goodness, you guys have killed it. Like, they have killed it, and it's a game changer. So do what you can, get healthy, whether you join the challenge or not, get healthy, because it's so important. Like, we can't be out here, 40, being on high blood pressure pills and having knee issues and all these different things, or honestly, or 25 in that predicament. I know so many people that are like in their mid to late 20s and on high blood pressure pills and on high cholesterol pills and having knee issues and all these other things. And I'm like, well, do you have knee issues? Were you an athlete? No. You just have all these different issues because of the way that we eat now. And it's like, no, we need to eat in a healthy way that works well for our bodies. So, all right. So I'm going to let you guys go on YouTube, and I'm going to keep the conversation going with the folks in my challenge, see if they have any additional questions or anything going on. But join the challenge, or, at least check out my website, see what options we have, at any budget. I saw that somebody on here already just joined the challenge. It came across my phone as we were talking. So, so when you will get, as soon as you join the challenge, you will get an email from me. Actually, as soon as you join the challenge, in your kind of thank you or whatever, it'll say, or in your like receipt, like confirmation that you get that pops up right on your screen, there's 2 things to download. It's a Start Here packet, and there's my book. So you can download those immediately and go to the Start Here packet, and you'll see all the instructions lined out for what you need to do next. The link to the Facebook group, the link to the coaching registration, to the challenge registration, all those different things, right? You'll also get that in an email from lifehealthnow.ilika.orders@gmail. So you're going to get that in an email as well. And then you're also going to get an email from me with a lot of the information from the Start Here package, because I want to make sure you're getting the stuff, right? Now, I will say, check your spam folder, because sometimes the information goes to spam, but I am pushing in every way that I can to keep you accountable and get you on it, right? To get you on board and make sure that you're getting healthy. So I want you to push too, right? So when you're not weighing in, I am reaching out like, hey, you're not weighing in, what's going on? Like, I want to make sure that you are healthy, that you are accountable, that you are doing what you need to do. So I want to make sure that you're getting all your information. This challenge, ow, I scratched my nose and I hurt myself. Sorry, this challenge starts, challenge group coaching session. It starts June 24th. But you can, if you joined, you get in the group now, and we've already started to talk and things like that in the group. So you'll have all the information that you need. So on Monday, basically, is when everything starts. But on Sunday, you'll get the link to the weigh-in, right? The first weigh-in. And for the weigh-ins, again, it's going to be you're going to show it's a video. Basically, you'll do a quick video of you on the scale, so we can see, just to keep what's the word I'm looking for? To keep it truthful. I don't know. I can't think of the word. But anyway, so that everything is, is fluid and we all know what we can see, so that everyone can kind of trust the process, right? And then there's also a secret word, and there's all these different things that you'll see. So and all that will be posted in the group. And each week I email you. Everything's posted in the group, and then each week I email you that information as well, because I want to make sure that you're going to see it everywhere you can, so that you are actually going to do it. And yeah, we do measurements too for the first and last challenge, so you can see what you need to do. This is all about accountability, right? Everything is about keeping you accountable. Thank you, Karen. It's all about keeping you accountable to your health goals, right? That's the name of the game. It's keeping you accountable to your health. So yeah, we do measurements. So you measure yourself at the beginning. You post that. You'll get a link where you'll type in your weight. You'll put in the video. You'll put in your measurements. And you'll put in a picture, and you don't have to show your face in the picture. You can do the picture however you want, because I want to make sure that you're comfortable, but you want to have a picture so that you can see what you've done, right? Because folks are like, I didn't even lose any weight. And then they'll see I don't feel like I lost a lot of weight. I don't feel like anything changed, right? And then they'll see their picture month to month and be like, oh, shoot, I didn't realize it was that drastic of a difference. And that's huge. So this time, actually, for folks who've been in the challenge before, we're doing a front view and a side view, because what I notice is that sometimes we may not see a change as much from the front, but then when we turn it to the side, it's like, oh, wow, it's pretty drastic, or things have really changed. I'm seeing some inches gone, so we want to make sure that that's being noticed, because once you notice it, you want to keep moving forward, right? Or if you're like me, you're like, oh, shoot, I'm skinny now, I'm cute, so I'm just gonna eat anything I want, right? And then you get that. That's what I've done that so many times. But no, what you want to do is notice that you're making that change and say, you know what, I'm not going to go back. Especially if you've hit past a certain point, right? So what we tend to do is we have a number in our head, right? I remember for me, for the longest time, that number was 289. 289 was a number that I hadn't been below in since 2007. So it was almost 10 years, right? So actually, yeah, it was about 10 years at the time. So I hadn't been below that number since then. And so so for me, every time I would get close to that number, I'd be like, oh, I'm cute now. And then I would gain all the weight back, right? And so I get back up to 3 something. So then when I finally got below 289, that's when I was like, oh, shoot, I'm below this wall this invisible wall that I've made. And now that I'm below this wall, I'm not going back above that wall. There's nothing that will ever get me back above that wall. I don't care. Even if I got pregnant again, I would be like that person working out pregnant, and I'm not gonna go above that wall. That is the new wall for me, So I'm like, that has always been that wall for me. And once I got below it, I was like, I knew I wasn't going back there. So once you hit that point, then you want to keep going, right? And that's what will continue to push you. And then of course the accountability that you're getting in the group. So anyways, I wanted to make that point to folks that find what those different small goals are, push through those, and then keep pushing to the next one. So anyways, I will let you guys go on YouTube. I want to make sure that the folks in the group had any other questions that they have. But Again, if you want to sign up for the challenge or even just check out my website, it's lifehealthnow.com, and I'll type it again real fast. So now.com. All right. So you guys can see what's happening and get some things going. All right. So let's get healthy together, guys. We got this. Did I miss something? I think I missed it. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I am 240. I've been 120, but after 4 kids, I got 4 kids married, 28 years. It's time for me. Thank you for the information. Oh, you're so welcome. You should join us. You would love this. You would really love this. And I know you can get back there to where you want to be. So, all right, let's go, guys. We got this. All right. I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you. And if you do join the challenge, make sure you join the Facebook group because it is so helpful. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.